Hey there guys, it is the second day of October and today the prompt is Tranquil. I'm back again with a 5x7 sheet, except this time it is a Strathmore watercolor piece of paper and hopefully it'll hold up just a little bit better. So let's get started. Okay, so with this drawing I kind of had the idea in mind that, like some drugs just make you very tranquil, very like tired. And they also, depending on what kind of drug, it can really eat away at you. So I was just somewhat depicting this, and I don't think anyone should be offended from it. Yeah, don't be offended by it. But yeah, I thought it was an interesting idea, and it's Halloween, so like she's just generally more spooky. I obviously emphasize that on purpose. I think it's such crap nowadays when like adults will get so upset by, scary costumes or scary face painting. It's like, oh my gosh, that is the nature of Halloween to me, to be scared and frightened. Anyways, yeah, so I started drawing this, and I probably could have made it a bit bigger, but I didn't. I was pretty happy with my Procreate sketch that I used as, my base. At first I was going to give her short hair, as you maybe saw, but then I just liked the idea of this really like ratty, almost greasy hair, very unkept and stringy. So I kind of played with that idea a bit. Drawing the bones was a bit interesting. I kept like getting lost which part was the bone and which part was the negative space. So I was trying to like add some indicators of what was the bone and what was not. So for example, the rib cages, each rib has like two segments, or at least for what I could see, so I would draw that little line to try to indicate that that was the rib. Here I'm using a Micron brush pen, which normally I don't use, but I don't know, I was just feeling it for some reason, and then I went in with 05s and 01s as well. Her facial expression, you can see on the left side, it's kind of almost smiling, maybe a sort of relief. And then on the right side, it's this kind of sad, frowning face. So maybe she's happy or high, and then the other part of her is really, unhappy with this. But, like right now it looks somewhat tranquil. I guess the idea overall behind it is tranquil, but towards the end it looks just scary, not so tranquil. I think it's funny because the meaning behind it is somewhat tranquil, but the drawing itself, you would not think it's tranquil. So yeah, that's interesting. Real quick before I keep talking about the drawing, I wanted to mention that there will be a week coming up here where I'm going on vacation to California. Woo, I'm so excited. So I will not be posting every day for this Inktober. I think it'll be from like the 11th to the 17th or something like that. And I also want to mention that with these Inktober drawings, I am obviously trying to do somewhat of a scary theme. Because if I wasn't, these would be completely different. But since it's Halloween and everything, I figured I'd try to add like a creepy twist to everything. So, like with this, I saw some people doing really cute kittens and different stuff like that, but I'm just trying to the really creepy side of it. So, yeah. Here I am watering down the ink with the aqua brush and everything. And those bones, the dark shapes behind the ribcage and everything, that's actually, I think, the back of the collar, not the collarbone, the shoulder bone. I'll try to insert the word when I look it up. But yeah, those were like kind of weird because it needed something there, but at the same time I'm not sure if you can really distinguish what that is. I don't know. But yeah, here I am playing with the red ink, and it was one of those red inks where like it looks on camera looks somewhat orangey, but it was really like it would water down to a pink, which bothered me because I'd rather have it more almost blue-based than, somewhat pink, or it was almost like fluorescent when it got really watered down, which kind of irked me. But I mixed it with some black, and that made more of like a bloody color of some sort. So that helped a little bit. I do like the highlight of the red instead of just all black and white, so that was fun to play with. Yeah, initially I don't think I was going to color the hair entirely black, but kind of the same with the other drawing. It just ended up looking better, and it had a nicer contrast from the rib cage. You could really see the rib cage a lot better when the hair was completely black, so that was just kind of a decision that I thought would look better. And here I'm just shading the bones a bit and putting some blood splatters. I'm just like narrating it and you guys can tell what's happening. That's okay. Yeah, I think when I like blackened out the tooth a bit and like did the black lips, I think it really like all of a sudden just added to it a lot, so I was pretty happy with that. And here I am using masking tape, and I probably didn't do this the smartest way because I kind of did it in too many bits and pieces. But yeah, I mixed some of that red ink with the black ink, and I'm just giving a splatter effect. Cool trick. Just really water it down and then flick your brush, basically. That's all you really have to do. Unfortunately, some of the red spread onto the drawing, which wasn't really entirely a big deal, but I just didn't want too much red on the main figure, so I just used the Uniposca or Uniposca and, got rid of some of that red. And then I also went around the hair and outlined it in white just so that it didn't kind of fade into the background. So yeah. Okay, so here's the finished piece, and I'm pretty happy with it. It looks a little less tranquil than I wanted, but the idea of it overall is pretty tranquil. Really like the blood splatter effect. Normally it would be more brownish, but maybe it's very fresh blood. I don't know. But yeah, I like the effect of it, and I like the overall illustration look to it. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and please like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Alright, see you tomorrow.